This ain't rock and roll. This is the second try of this episode of Bowiesplaining. I'm Dan. That's Eric.
America.
Both here. You're still you, listener. But you know what? You can be whoever you want to be. Because that's a theme we've discovered here, is identity. And playing with identity and masks. Welcome to Bowiesplaining. Hi. This is side B, as you can tell, of Tin Machine. I'm really looking forward to never hearing Tin Machine again.
I didn't enjoy it very much. Let's just start there.
Spoilers. Actually, I want to get into that because again, I'm not trying to be a dick here. I just kind of am sometimes. I am still getting a read for the specifics of your musical taste. And one of the very general things that I had in my mind, and again, it's basically like if someone were like, "Oh, Dan, he likes Disney." Like, well, no, I like Disney parks. It's very specific, and I like certain things about it. So, like that level was Eric. Mm-hmm. He likes live music, or he likes musical performance, or he appreciates musicianship. So, to my mind, this album, I didn't think that you would love it immediately, but I thought there was a chance that you would get more out of it than I was, which could also be true still.
I mean, the guitar work, the musicianship was great.
Right. Yeah.
It's not necessarily my style.
Right.
But I feel like Bowie just kind of like sat down on the couch and went, how about Tin Machine? How many times can I sing Tin Machine?
We talked a little bit about in case you didn't get subtext, listener, we tried to record this episode yesterday, but my internet decided that it didn't like us. Spectrum cable, everybody. It is, if you're tired of things working and things being reliable, call up Spectrum Cable and tell them, please invade my ass. And they will. They might already be doing that. And guess what? You probably don't have a choice.
They're already there.
That's their slogan. We're already up your ass. I had to, so we talked a little bit before this, and I think that's a good method to do the side Bs, because the previous side Bs, I don't know if you felt this, Eric, or listener, if you felt this, it was sort of like okay, you talk now. What do you think of that? I don't know. Which is fine, but I'm always trying to reconsider, like, how to make this more interesting for everybody. So one thing that I started with is I think I might be listening to this album wrong. And I think I might be the wrong person for this album. And it's hard for me to know if it's a good album that I'm missing out on, or that we're both missing out on. And I think the perception around the album doesn't help, because it's widely not considered his best. Uh-huh. But it was also kind of haunted with this, it's David Bowie's Wings thing, where people were like, and he was kind of in a place in his career where it seemed kind of pathetic, like he was trying too hard. But then at the same time, apparently looking back, a lot of people are reconsidering it. And a lot of the grunge people that came afterwards were like, hey, yeah, I mean, I can't say it's an influence, but it did some things. I did listen to it.
You can see some lines, yeah, between them.
Mainly with personnel, and we talked about that in side A. But before we get carried away, Eric, I asked you this last time, and you had an answer. It might be the same answer. It might be different. I know you've learned to not expect anything before you hit play anymore, which is good. Mm-hmm. But we still have those phantom expectations, like I went into Twin Peaks: The Return with no expectations, but I kind of had a sort of maybe it's gonna be this, you know. What did you have any of those like soft hunches or expectations?
I mean, every Bowie album is a coin flip in some ways because he's constantly reinventing himself, and this is with a totally new band.
Hmm.
So maybe this was going to be good.
Right.
And there are some parts that are okay, but the general feel is no, I don't
Mm.
like it.
Oh, it sounds like you might actually be slightly more negative on this than I am, and that's an
Oh,
interesting place to be. We'll see. We'll see as we go to track to track. Speaking of track to track, have I, Eric, ever introduced you to the idea of a fun game that I have called Pirates or Newscasters, where anyone in this world can be viewed in the lens of they are either a pirate or a newscaster, and neither are necessarily bad. But every person in this world can be divided into one of those two things.
I've known you for a long time, and this has never come up.
But I'm guessing it's not surprising.
Okay.
I want to introduce a similar game to this one for the track to track, track by track, which is something that I call "How Many Enos Away Is This Song?" Of course, Brian Eno being the guy that David Bowie worked with in the 70s, um, amongst many other people. And we'll get more into what exactly that means. But with each track, I want to consider how many Enos away is this track from being on Never Let Me Down? Right?
For living.
Because
What a great bass line.
I think it is a baseline because I think on on some of these tracks, I listen to them and I'm just like, this could be on Never Let Me Down. And I wouldn't bat an eye if you told me it was.
So we're punching down instead of up.
Maybe. I don't know. We don't have to go through with this, but it's something I was thinking of.
Okay.
Also, I hit you with something. I hit you with a lot of things when we decided that we weren't going to be able to record yesterday. One of them being the idea that I'm starting to come around to the idea that maybe this period is the way this period is because he associated his own creativity with the chaotic darkness of the mid 70s drug years.
Okay.
Don't have anything to back that on, just psychology. Hey, why don't we go track by track? How about that?
Hey, let's do it.
Before we do, there's a quote. Bowie said this at some point. More than anything else, I thought I should make as much money as I could, and then quit. I didn't think there was any alternative. I thought I was obviously just an empty vessel and would end up like everyone else, doing these stupid fucking shows, singing "Rebel, Rebel" until I fall over and bleed. So,
Yeah, what a terrible thing to do popular songs
well,
for your
yeah,
fans.
but I mean, consider who this person is. That's
He is
not,
an artist.
yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't want to keep he's not the Beach Boys. Well,
thank
the
God.
Beach Boys are artists, but
Yeah,
they're content to keep doing the same songs over and over.
right, right. And we talked a little bit about this inside A. This was democracy, not a solo vehicle. Everyone had equal songwriting credit, equal pay, equal creative input. In theory, we had Reeves Gabrels on guitar, who I think you've enjoyed, which is good because he's going to be with us for a little bit.
Okay, good. I
Hunt
liked him.
Sales and
Okay.
Tony Sales, who we also called, I think, Gary Sales
Yes, Gary
yesterday.
Sales.
They are Soupy Sales sons. Not that that takes anything away. I just find that delightful. Also, they
Wait, they
worked
are?
with. Oh yeah,
Did we talk about that last
we
episode?
did last episode. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I forgot that part.
they worked with Bowie on some of the Iggy Pop stuff. As we talked about, Reeves Gabrels is actually a newcomer to the whole thing. He was like Bowie's hairdresser's husband, I believe. Tracks
Yeah.
recorded live in the studio with a few takes. lyrics are improvised. There we go. And again, then I mentioned
Oh,
before.
the three lyrics that they sang in each song, those were improvised. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, imagine that. Um, this is gonna be fun. Um, what was my thought? Oh yeah, we there was a lot of comparison at the time, and I have a vague memory of this to Wings, Paul McCartney's solo group that was that is kind of widely regarded as a joke that he was like, and he was just like, no, it's a real band. Boodly boo. This was actually supposedly a real band, but a lot of people didn't believe that. Um, I've been doing a lot of talking. Eric, before we get into the actual track by track, do you have any thoughts about any of all of this? Any of all
Boodly
of this?
boo.
Boodly boo.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that I dislike the most are the lyrics. This is David Bowie, who's normally an excellent songwriter, and the music generally works in most tracks,
Mm-hmm.
but then you listen to the lyrics and you're like, who cares? Like, it's almost like his days of like laying on the couch until it's time to sit up and play the song.
Yeah. I'm okay. So we are in an evolution period with his lyrical styles here,
Uh huh.
and I want to sort of gauge something. What about the lyrics? You said the repetition of it.
Yeah, the choruses are almost completely repetitious,
Mm-hmm.
and he repeats entire verses in multiple songs.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And yeah, it's I don't know in a way. I guess that's kind of punk.
It also, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
And one of the thing, this is going somewhere, especially I think when we get to Outside, because he is sort of exploring this thing with repetition and
Okay.
minimalism, and I think some of it comes from what Morrissey was doing, but I think it also comes from phasing, which I don't know if you're familiar with that. Uh, it's a technique discovered by Reich. What's the guy? Steve Reich, not Robert Reich. Accidentally discovered in 1965 while experimenting with tape loops. Recorded the spoken voice of a preacher, made two identical loops, and played them on different tape machines. Because they weren't perfectly identical in speed, the loops slowly fell out of phase with one another. It was just something that was used a lot with Philip Glass, which
Okay.
all people love. Music
I
and
like Philip Glass, but
well,
you
this
know.
might change how you feel about him because
Oh,
we're gonna
good.
play a little music in 12 parts. It sounds like the exact same thing is happening over and over again, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you that every few measures, one note changes?
What?
What?
Philip
So,
Glass changed a note once in a while?
and I think I think a change is about to happen. Philip Glass, please don't sue us. Iman, you know what to do. So the shape
Oh,
of it
I
is the
hear it.
same. So if you were to passively listen to this, it would just be like, what the hell are you listening to? Um, but if you dive into it and embrace the repetition of it, I'm not saying this salvages this album at all. I'm just saying that I think I'm seeing what he's doing. Um, and I only got there when I started to like re-listen to Outside because I love that album, and I noticed that there was a lot of repetition, but a lot of layers of repetitions, and at some point something would like the lighting on the metaphorical lighting on something would just like change suddenly, and all of a sudden by the
Okay.
end of this you're in a completely different space, even though it has been repetitive. um I again have no way of knowing that that's what he's doing, and I don't know if he's even doing that. For example, Heaven's in Here, we may as well get to that track. Baby, I dream between the blade and the tongue. On the rose of your cheek, the wounded and dumb. We stumble and fall, skin on skin, but there's heaven. Heaven's in here. Heaven's in here. Among the twilight and stars. There's a rocket to Mars. That's his penis. Heaven in here. Uh, and then again,
Yeah, I kind of figured it out after a few more listens. I'm like, oh, this is a sex song.
it is a sex song. Um, why do you think it's a sex?
Heaven lies between your marbled thighs.
Yeah, it's true. Um, so this is the first song that they wrote. Give me your initial thoughts, and then all of the thoughts. Do a thought dump on this, please.
This one isn't too bad. It's provocative when you really get down to the lyrics, but it is kind of just noise rock in some ways. Not as much as some of the other songs, but
Yeah, Reeves does love his noise.
yeah. He's got some good solos in there.
By the way, Eric, Reeves plus Mike Garson, it's gonna happen.
Oh, Garson's back. Oh, I'm in.
He's coming.
Okay. You got me back. But yeah, it's unconventional for the time, I'm sure. I think it's trying to be unconventional too much.
Do you think it's trying too hard?
I think it's trying too hard.
I think it is
the entire album. This
I-
song,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. It's the thing that I keep coming back to for this one is, I used to work at the front desk on the weekends at a private gym, meaning that it wasn't 24-hour fitness, so it had like hours, right? And there was this one dude who, like, we closed at 6 on Sundays, like, and everyone knew this. He would always show up at 5:30, and I don't know that this is the case, but just to give you sort of a placeholder for who this is, if you were to tell me that he got a tattoo for every movie that he had seen and enjoyed, I would believe you. Because there was just an absolute clusterfuck.
Remains of the Day was amazing. Okay.
Like, I couldn't
Bridges
see
of Madison County, incredible.
See this bridge, bro? Watch when I flex. And he came in one of these times with a CD, and he handed it to me as though it was a gift, meaning that I think he thought it was a gift.
Oh,
And it was his band, and it was his demo of his band. And he said, I know you like music. I want you to listen to this and really let me know what you think. And in the back of my mind, there's just like, dear God, you don't know what you're asking for. And then when he left, when everyone left, I put the music on, and it sounded like this. Like, not that it was this exact song, but it had that same feeling of like, this is my rock band, bro. And it fit that guy. Like, it was just like, oh, of course. And listening to it, I thought, and this is extended to this album a lot, I thought, if I were to show up at some bar somewhere, and
Somewhere.
this band, like, if this band were already playing, I would leave. I wouldn't even go in. But that's just my aversion to live music.
Okay.
But if I was already there and if things were going all right and this band came on and started playing, I would be like, yeah, okay, this is what fits this environment.
Okay.
But then if you were to tell me that these are all professional musicians and that's David Bowie and this was like a project that was supposed to have some meaning, which I don't know if this project is, I would punch you in the face and I'd say, you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean it's so weird to hear this music and then it's like I'm David Bowie and I'm leading this thing.
Yeah, I feel like through a lot of this, and we will get track to track, but I think a lot of this is going to end up being kind of samey. Um, for a lot of this, I'm hearing and I appreciate that this feels like release to him. In fact, you asked me some questions and I plugged them into my workflow a little bit. You mentioned something about necessarily ugly. And I think they chose ugliness and sound, lyrics, performance, rawness. He improvised things. Um, Here are some notes I had about him disappearing
Okay.
into the band. The most visible man in rock wanted to be a machine, not a star. Ironically, everyone still saw Bowie. History refused the anonymity even when Bowie offered it. So does he disappear on this album? Does he disappear into this band? Can he? Or does the
No.
culture refuse to let him? Right. I think
He's still clearly the lead.
yeah, and I think he legitimately wanted this to be, raw and edgy and, to for him to be anonymous. But I keep coming back to this idea of like him performing or trying on a role or an idea is what makes him him. And we can never get away from that. It always sounds like someone performing rawness to
Uh-huh.
me.
Yeah.
Questions for you. Does it sound like the beginning or middle? You don't have to answer any of these, but if you want to, does it sound like the beginning or middle of something? Where does Ryu's guitar feel like it belongs, and where does it feel like it's trespassing? If you heard this without knowing who it was, what would you assume about the band's history? What are these musicians doing that someone who loves live rock bands would find exciting? You could say pass on all of it if you want.
I mean, Gabriel's guitar does feel like it kind of belongs because it's before it's like during punk and before grunge
Hmm.
and it's I mean it's definitely rock guitar. It's kind of Van Halen-ish.
I get what you're saying. I want to add a slight pushback to that, but not disagreement. It's
Yeah.
almost like the flip side of Van Halen.
Yeah, and I've been trying to put my finger on it. Like, what does this remind me of? But it's definitely rock guitar. He's a virtuoso. He's
Right.
great. The bass is great. The drums are awesome. It's really good music, but it all seems a little off.
Right.
Like they haven't figured things out yet.
Um, I haven't previewed any of these, but this is definitely somebody that Reeves was aware of, and hopefully this is the right one to play. Let's see. Adrian Belew is his name. I met him.
My friend Adrian Belew, yeah.
Oh, it's Talking Heads. Okay. This is him.
Yeah.
talking so that Adrian Blue doesn't sue us. There we go.
Oh my!
wonder if you'll be surprised that this guy worked with Frank Zappa.
Oh, I know Adrian Blue. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe that's
I,
where I'm thinking. Yeah.
and Bowie has a history of working with that. Meaning that Adrian Blue is the guy that did the solo in Boys Keep Swinging. So these might be disparate sounding things, but they're, oh, here's a cat drinking water loudly. I'm not going to play it.
Oh.
I get entirely what you're saying. I'm not saying I don't disagree with any of it. I'm trying to front load some of the stuff for where this goes, I think. And I also think when I listen to this that it's almost like we're hearing a conversation between Bowie and Reeves, and here's these other two jackholes who are just kind of like there for the snacks.
Yeah.
And
but they're very competent as well. Like the bassist, like the sales boys are doing a great job. I have nothing to say against their drums or bass. It's pretty great.
Let's approach this another way. First of all, how many Enos away? Never Let Me Down. Do we feel like Heaven's in Here is? I feel like it's on a scale of 1 to 10. This is probably 7 Enos.
I'd go 8 Enos. I love this track.
Yeah. I think there are very few actual bad tracks on this.
No,
but they exist.
I feel bad.
Are you understanding now why I was very torn about doing this?
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Because as I listened to I texted you last night, I'm like, I don't like this album.
Right.
And then I listened to it again today, and I'm like, it's not that bad, but...
Yeah. I don't like it either, but I don't dislike it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I just don't really like anything. I like individual elements of every song.
That's fair.
It just, yeah. It's a mind freak. Yeah, I just don't.
You're mind fudged. Have you seen that? Are you familiar with Wonder Chosen?
Oh, what?
Okay, we might need to watch a little bit after this. We're not watching Mind Fudged on.
Okay. I'm thinking of Chris Angel's Mind Freak.
Oh no, it's even better. By the way, I still need to show you Clavicular. Okay, Tin Machine title track. The band named themselves after the song on the Sales Brothers' suggestion. That's something that you asked about. Yeah. This was one of the singles. In fact, where do we have the singles? We have all the singles somewhere. I'm sure it'll be.
Yeah, because I was wondering what actually hit.
3 singles: Under the God, Tin Machine, Maggie's Farm. That might be a hallucination from our friend Claude or Deepseek, because I don't think that's a song on here. And
I'm not aware of Maggie's Farm.
Maggie's
Farm. Maggie's Farm.
I think that was probably the B-side.
Oh, okay.
Let's assume it was.
That makes sense.
And Prisoner of Love. It debuted on number 3 on the UK albums charts, so it wasn't, sort of like our review so far. It's not. It's not bad.
Just because it's Bowie. Come on.
Possibly. It did not do well in America. All right, Tim Machine. Give me your thoughts. What do you think?
Um, it's kind of punky. Uh, Bowie doesn't really sing all that much. I think, like I was saying earlier, he sings like four notes.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah,
Uh, the
I
hunt,
don't.
the feeling I get from this track is it's sort of Bowie going, "See, this is actually a band. Let's hear them play."
Great, good, good for you. I mean, yeah. Even on this one, I don't think the guitars are that great. Um,
What I'm finding interesting as I'm looking at the lyrics is you said that it doesn't sound like he's saying anything or singing much, but there's actually a lot of very dense lyrics. Not to say that your perception is wrong. Perception is ultimately the
maybe
real.
yeah. I just didn't look them up.
Take me anywhere.
Normally I do, but
The zombies that
interesting.
I pass, the by that guy that beats his baby up, the preachers in their past. Clarity and power. There's more than not money moving here. There's mindless maggot glare. There's a lot of social commentary on this entire album.
Okay.
Um, I'm curious how that has sat with you, or if you've caught it, the social commentary throughout the entire
Uh,
album.
yeah, I've gotten a bit of the social commentary, but it wasn't. Yeah, it's not as easy to pick up because of the way it's presented.
Hmm.
I think.
Yeah, to me, it feels like almost part of the performance of rawness.
Uh huh.
And I know where he's going, so this is interesting to me because I think it feels like he's still uncomfortable fully going there. And I know as a polite European gentleman, that's all in the caps, by the way. Um, I he up until this sort of turning point, because that's kind of what this album is in his career. I feel like he's always been like, well, I mean, I have opinions, but I'm not really here to do that. Here's my music that has those opinions very generalized and very aestheticized and very like, I mean, it's in there because it comes from me, but it's not really there to make a commentary. And
Yeah.
I feel like with this album, I think, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday.
Right.
I think because of the aesthetic of, I'm just gonna, for lack of a better term, just call this metal because it's in a no man's land between punk and grunge and metal and like rock and pop. But I think they were going for metal ish. Um, I feel like part of his quote going there, as the kids say, um, was kind of to say like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm going to talk about like drugs and culture and greed and
He could be mad at modern
violence."
society.
Yeah,
He can be mad at people who are complacent cows,
yeah.
and yeah.
And I don't think it was. I think the sentiment was heartfelt, but I also think that this was the first time where he was like, okay, I'm actually going to shiv you with the, I'm actually going to name the thing. I'm actually going to like, ooh, what about this? You know,
Yeah.
where before he had to, I think he was inclined to fold it in and like aestheticize it and obscure it to make it be like, oh, it's Hunger City. It's not a flat out commentary on, you know, where we're headed as a culture, you know?
There's a starman waiting in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else on Tin Machine? The song?
Not really.
Okay.
Anything
Uh,
from you?
Sales Brothers, name and song. It's like having your own theme tune. Teehee, those wacky sales brothers. Uh,
They're so soupy.
yeah, it's not okay. How many away from Never Let Me Down is it? I would say five in spirit, not necessarily in like the sound of it.
In common, oh, in okay,
Like I could hear this immediately after Glass Spider played live
okay.
on
I'd go
stage.
four.
Four Enos? Okay.
Yeah, four Enos. This is a great rating system. How many Enos? No one gets this reference.
No, they do. They're just not many.
Well, we don't have many listeners.
Well, and when we get to outside, it'll all make a lot of sense. But we'll have forgotten that we ever did this.
Yes.
Okay, Prisoner of Love. I do not like the song.
I agree. There's great guitar.
There is.
I don't see any lyrics that really help it.
Yeah. Before I get to the lyrics, I'm just gonna say two Enos. Don't look back, whatever it takes to save your life. I've believed I belonged to you for a long time. This reeks of Timmy Sales, I think. Because he did write
It's
some
so
lyrics.
saccharine.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Don't be fooled by fools who promise you the world and all that glitters more fool you. I remember when I was talking to myself about this album and these tracks a little bit, I remember thinking that this is almost like um it's like what it's like if Teenage Wildlife was a bad song, which it isn't. I actually really like it. This is what it would
No.
sound like.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to spend a lot more time here. Speaking
Yeah.
of
Let's just move
social
on.
commentary, Eric, let's
Oh
do some
gosh.
Crack City. It's about butt cracks. Just
It's
kidding. It's
it's
about drugs.
so obvious that he's just singing about butt cracks for an entire song.
Oh, come all
The
you
moral
children.
decay, the moral decay of butt cracks everywhere. All of those plumbers.
Oh, come all you children. Don't grab that scabby butt. It belongs to Mr. Sniff and Tell. It belongs to the badonkadonk. Don't worry,
Oh, when you
little
put it in this
booties.
context, it's even worse.
The butts of paradise, like Everest, it's fatal. Its peaks are cold as ice. You know what I love about this is it's doing that thing where if you apply just the minimal amount of change to something, it all starts to connect in really funny, fun ways. They're riding on the subways, they're riding on the streets, they're riding into the gutters, they'll ride you off your feet. Gonna hit Crack City, butt Crack
Piss,
City.
piss on the icon monster.
Fart on the icon monsters, whose butts bequeath you pain. They'll okay.
Yeah, it's it's not great. I
No.
don't I don't like it very much. Um, it's just like I said, it's too on the nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
It,
This is the same. It feels like he was like, okay, day in, day out. That didn't work because I wasn't being clear enough about what I was doing. And I was on roller skates through the entire video, which is true. Um, I get the energy. I'm of two minds on this. I do not like this song. I want to make that really clear. But but I appreciate that he's pushing his own creative process here a little bit
Yeah.
further and a little bit more explicitly than he might have felt comfortable doing before. And I'm saying that again because I know where we're going, and I feel like
Right. Right.
I think he kind of sharpens this blade a little bit, and I wonder
Okay.
if we don't get this blade to sharpen unless we have Tin Machine as a project. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Eric, you have no idea where this is going, but can you? What are your thoughts on that,
I
if you have
mean,
any?
there's a great music section in the middle. Like it's the rhythm, the rhythm section. It like the drums are going berserk.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't like it very much, but
Bowie's the weakest part on this, isn't he?
he is. This is one of those where I'm like, did you really think about the lyrics when you were singing them? Because you know, if you're just kind of improvising as you go, the rest of the band is like they're pulling their weight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm trying to imagine it without him and it, and it is a better song.
They're just going
Yeah.
berserk,
Yeah.
and it like it works. And then Bowie's singing like Crack City,
But Crack
Crack
City. All right, let's
City.
go back. Prisoner of Love. Take out Bowie. What do you think?
Better.
Okay. Tim Machine. I mean, he's basically taking himself out. No, no, I
Yeah.
think he's folding himself in. I would make an. I don't love the song Tin Machine, but I can make an argument for what he's doing there, and I think it's he's making himself a part of the rhythm section.
I don't mind Bowie in Tin Machine.
Yeah, like I don't think what he's doing works, but I can identify what he's doing, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Heaven's in Here, you need Bowie.
You need someone to swing their dick around
Yeah.
because that's what it's a dick swinging song.
Yeah.
Um,
But
okay,
I could actually, yeah, you're right. I could do without Bowie in
yeah,
Crack City completely.
yeah. How many Enos?
Five.
Five. Yeah, but take him out of it. I think it's a solid eight.
Seven. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because yeah, I mean, it really does. It swings. It's just
I wonder if
it's got a great like beat
yeah.
to it. It's fast. It's hard. It's metal. It's punk. It's just
I don't
what's
want
the
to.
point?
I don't want to give us this assignment, but I wonder if by the end of this episode, we may be able to come up with the better vocalist for this band.
Oh,
It's just something to think about.
is it Iggy?
Ooh, is it Iggy? It might be.
It might be Iggy Pop.
Let's think. Let me sit on that a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, we already talked about Buckrack City. Pretty Thing. Oh, you asked about oh, you pretty things. Did I have an answer? I don't think I had an answer. I think
Pretty
it's
Thing is much later. We've got I Can't Read.
oh, I guess Claude fucked up. All right, let's talk
Uh-oh.
about I Can't Read.
Okay. Like, wait a second.
Yeah,
I listened to this album twice today.
no, that's fair. I'm still working on my workflow, and I remember the notes that we talked about. So
Oh.
only thing I have for I Can't Read is it was in a movie.
Oh, what movie?
I can't read movie. I think it was the Ice. I can't read Ice. Ang Lee. I can't read closing credits song. I think it's from the Ice Thief. Is that a movie?
The Ice Thief.
Hold on. Ice Storm. There we go. I can't read. No, 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 no. The Ice Storm? That doesn't sound right. I'm not cutting this out. The Ice Storm. No,
Ice
that's a real thing.
Storm.
Ice Storm.
Oh.
Okay. Um,
Oh.
it's an Ang Lee joint. Um, yeah,
97 with Tobey Maguire.
yeah, and this came out several years later, and he re-recorded the song. Uh, I mentioned this yesterday before we gave up on recording. There was some speculation on the forums that in this song it's written I can't read, but he's also saying it's written I can't read shit, but people have speculated that he's also commenting on his current state as a musician and like cultural figure and creative person by
Uh-huh.
saying I can't reach it.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw that too, which is weird because why would he name it I can't read if it's I can't reach?
well, I think he wouldn't. I think it's a playful thing that he's doing,
Okay.
sort of saying like, "Look, I also recognize where I am in my career, and I can't I can't reach the things that I used to reach." Um, but
Yeah.
maybe
I,
not.
I, I mean, it seems like an identity questioning song.
Right. I mean, let's see. I think go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry, I did it again. Please tell me your
No,
impressions of
no,
this
it's
song.
okay. It's yeah, I mean it's darker, it's slower than some of the other stuff that's going on the album. Um it- but it seems like he's questioning himself
Mhm.
and he's questioning celebrity. There we go. There's the lyrics. Money goes to money heaven, bodies go to body hell.
To me, that is one of the most effective lyrics. It's just
Yeah, that really works as far as lyrics go. That's totally Bowie. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like it that much.
okay.
It, it, I see in I've caught in my notes that he brought the song back when he was going solo again,
Yeah,
which
I
I
think it
think
became
probably was better.
acoustic. What's that?
It's probably better.
Yeah, I think it was reinvigorated for the Sound and Vision tour, maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember. That could be correct.
Again, it's another one of those songs where I'm just focusing on the guitars because they're great.
Oh yeah, and this is where he starts doing some weird mutant stuff with his guitar, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's inventive. It's early for some of this stuff, I
Hmm.
think, and it works really well. But
Yeah, because some of the distortion that he's using on that, again, as you know, I don't know shit about guitars other than what I'm hearing. Um, some of that more like watery, like folded in sound
yeah,
is very heavy on like Marilyn Manson, Garbage, some of the later stuff where that's basically like the aesthetic. Again, I'm not saying that they based anything off of this, but it's
but
just interesting
yeah,
hearing those sounds appear.
his pedals and filters are really interesting. It's fun to hear some of this stuff and go, wait, what year was this?
As a guitarist, have hold any judgment for people who make the gear or the pedals like basically essential to their style?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I mean, that's a sound, and it depends on your, what you're going for. I mean, that was the '90s, was screwing around with pedals. That was the '70s and '80s too.
Right.
Like they screwed around with a bunch of random stuff, and yeah, it's kind of fun to explore that sort of thing. I don't generally play electric guitar much. I'm mostly acoustic rhythm. So I really appreciate somebody who does screw around with pedals and everything.
So like something like this, maybe. This is Robin Guthrie from Cocteau Twins, who I have a lot of thoughts about.
Oh. There we go. I was about to say, like, this is pretty conventional.
I think he's kind of a frippy kind of guy where he's just building layers.
Yeah.
This might not be the best example, but
I mean, it is interesting that he's just playing two notes over
yeah,
over and over, and he makes it interesting. Because that's kind of fun. I mean, I think of somebody like what's his name from Rage Against the Machine, who does all sorts of crazy crap.
Oh, Tim Rage.
Yeah, Timothy Rage.
I was about to try to come up with the name of the person, and I was like, I have no idea. Why am I even thinking about this?
Well, I don't know why I can't think of his name, but
he
does all sorts of.
If you know the name, call in 856 sorry. It's a number that doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
All right. Eric, were you aware that some people have come up with this new idea that maybe God does not exist? And those people are rebels. And very interesting.
I have heard that some people have gone so far as to say he is dead.
God's not dead.
My favorite, one of my favorite Kids in the Hall sketches is, yes, God is dead. And here is his jacket. It's surprisingly small.
Yeah.
They've got like a Letterman jacket that just says God.
That's awesome. Those movies are terrible. God's not dead. Under the God.
Under the God. It's angry.
It is angry. Oh, I forgot. I can't read. I'm gonna say that the individual parts of it are probably 4 Enos away from Never Let Me Down, but as a whole,
Okay.
I think it's a solid 6. I think it's a solid. The recording's a solid
about right.
6. The song itself, as written, I think it's like a 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is one of the better songs on the album.
Yeah, as a song. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Under the God.
Okay, Under the God. Uh nationalists are bad. Racism is bad.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly prescient.
It's amazing. And I'm saying this with just ambient vitriol, not targeted vitriol. It's really amazing how so many of us have been dinging that dinging that Nazi dinging the Nazis are coming bell for so long. And
I was like, what nuts? What nuts are we dinging?
dinging the bell, like, hey, as as a Marxist and would be socialist, I'm kind of perfectly tuned to recognize what this is. Why is nobody listening?
Oh my goodness.
And then 20, 30 years later, some libbed up jackass is like, racism's a problem, right?
It's been what, 10 years since dude rolled over a bunch of people at a protest in the Carolinas, and we don't care about that anymore.
Well, we have to make sure that we don't offend anybody with because the way that we say the Nazis are coming is more important than us being prepared for the Nazis coming. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have media training. Are you not? Are you now not concerned?
Yeah. Hey, let's take a moment out to talk about our sponsor, Geisha Meats.
Ooh.
She's a beautiful AI woman on the side of your screen.
Oh, Geisha Meats.
There she is.
She is very okay. Definitely Angelina Jolie inspired AI roots. I think there's a touch of Kim Basinger in there. What else do you think this AI thought was a beautiful older woman?
She's got wide lips.
Michelle Pfeiffer is in there.
Yeah, there's some Pfeiffer. Yeah. She has boobs.
Yes, they are prominent, but not pornographic big.
Right. We don't see network nipple here.
Right. They're not so large that you need to put a trench coat on them if they were in a ride.
She's not Jessica Rabbit.
Yes. Are you, speaking of this thing that I'm doing right now, are you familiar with Jack Quaid?
Yes, I'm familiar with Jack Quaid. I love Jack Quaid.
Do you know who his parents are?
Which Quaid, Randy or
his parents? Hold on. I'm gonna find a.
Okay.
We need a big picture of him for this game.
I haven't gone into his history. I just like him on Star Trek.
Go. Open image and new tab. Here we go. That is not as large as I wanted it to be, but that'll work. Okay. You said,
Dennis that
Quaid,
is a Quaid,
right?
That's Dennis.
Do you know who his mom is?
No.
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan. Okay.
Now look at his face and think Dennis Quaid.
Okay.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Now look at his face and think Meg Ryan.
I'm still getting more Dennis Quaid.
Okay, hold on. With this one.
Okay, that's Meg Ryan.
Right? Isn't that
gosh.
weird? Look at that.
Oh my goodness. I never realized. I've never looked into his history.
This is the perfect picture. Listener, if you're playing along, this is Jack Quaid agrees he's a Nepo baby. I'm immensely privileged. That's the picture we're looking at. Here we go. So look at the picture and think Dennis Quaid. Now think
Okay.
Meg Ryan.
Yep.
It's so weird, right?
Got it. I gotta show this to Brandy. She'll love it.
Like you could just seriously go back and forth, and like if you try to decide which one he looks more like, it's fucking impossible.
He's yeah, he's such a mix. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Oh, and yeah, I love him in Star Trek and the Boys.
yeah, and
I don't know what else he's been in.
it's like like I'll look at him and I think, no, it's really more Dennis Quaid, but then it's like, but it's
Well,
all right. Let's get back to Under the God.
okay. Back to Bowie stuff. Under the God, yeah, political kind of
Yeah.
mostly.
It's just not. Uh, Again, I think with Crack City, I like that he's opening up those.
It's performative.
It is perform. Okay, which one's more performative, Crack City or Under the God?
Crack City probably because it's called Crack City.
True. Yeah, this one at least is like it's still subverting a little bit by being like, oh, hey, this is a song. Maybe this is a song about atheism or God or whatever, but it's actually about how all of these assholes think that they're doing things in the name of. Let's be honest, they don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you have the most toxic ideology around, it's eventually you have to figure out how to like wrap it in something that appears good. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Amazing.
Amazing. It's not aggressive at all.
Nope. Sure isn't.
Let's see.
It's
Kind of boring.
if we go back to that bar band or that guy in the gym that I talked about,
Uh-huh.
this is the song that they wrote for the new girlfriend. And she's there. And
This one's for you, Matilda.
yeah, this is for the girl that just helped me turn everything around. It, it, it,
It's all right.
It sounds like a Liquid Horizon song.
Oh, Liquid Horizon. Oh, one of my favorite AI bands.
In fact, I didn't make this connection until now. It's not Bandcamp.
You're going to have to pay them royalties.
Sound. Well, their lawyers are already after me.
Yeah.
There we go. There it is.
Okay.
4
followers.
So here's the story with Liquid Horizon.
It's us and RGH.
So Liquid Horizon is an AI yacht rock band.
Oh, out of Tustin. I never noticed that.
Yeah, they're in Tustin. Eugene Baxter is the guy who runs the site. I don't know why that's really funny for me. If you want, you can look him up on SoundCloud. It actually exists.
There's a whole album.
Well, this is their Christmas EP called Peace on Earth, But Only My Way, which is about how we should celebrate the holidays. We also have this is the one, Forever. They do a lot of parentheses in their titles. This is Forever in parentheses, My Reason. And here's I also had them write descriptions for the songs. This is from Ron, who wrote the song. in my
My
imagination.
goodness.
Forever My Reason is probably the most emotional song on the album. It's about love that stands the test of time. You know, the kind of connection where you do anything for the other person because they're your anchor, your guiding light. I wrote this one for my wife, or, well, I guess it's fair to say for both of my wives, past and present, because love is complicated, right? The song just poured out of me one night at the piano. I was thinking about the sacrifices we make for the ones we love, the fights, the forgiveness, the misunderstandings. Like when you've put everything into someone and maybe they don't see it the way you do. That's what the song is about. Sticking with it, even when it's hard, even when lawyers are involved. Love is forever, man. Musically, this one's got that sweeping romantic feel. Strings, big harmonies. Chaz even added some subtle backing vocals on the bridge that really drive home the emotion. And the spoken
Jeez.
outro, that's me, just bearing my soul, saying, I can't do this alone. We've all been there, haven't we? I'm guessing I think you've heard the song, but
Oh, yeah, I've listened to the album multiple times.
perfect. This one is I wanted to have a song that was so codependent that it was painful to listen to, and that's what this is.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, this is loud.
This is for the one who saved me. My rock, my light, my everything. You're the reason I wake, the air that I breathe, the thread in the fabric of all I believe. With
Anyway,
So, Working Class Hero.
yeah, working class hero. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I didn't know that this was a Beatles song or John Lennon song and thought it was like the best thing on the album?
I don't think it is the best thing on the
No,
album. But
it's possibly one of the worst. You asked why cover it. I think this is still in my notes. Palmer, grunge before grunge. I think one of the reasons they included it, why Lennon from someone who doesn't know the framework, is a different question than why Lennon from someone who does. Interesting. I really think that it was, hello, I'm David Bowie, and if I'm going to really commit to this idea of this being a band, like an actual band that I'm just a part of, we cannot play any of my songs when we record live, even though people will expect it.
right.
And I think this was maybe front loading the expectation that they will be covering other people's songs at the concerts to fill it out. Because, every concert needs shit in time, right?
Right, right. Yeah, I suppose, especially when it's your first album
Right.
and you can't just play the entire album. You've got to play other stuff. You've got to do covers.
And most bands would have at least an album or two in in backup so that they could build the live show from that. I think I haven't really thought about that. That's an interesting thing because he's still in that I need to tour place because touring is where really a lot of the money happens.
Yeah.
And so he's still in that phase of I'm working this out as I'm talking through it. It's album followed by tour, album followed by tour, sometimes two albums followed by tour if he's feeling a little saucy. So I think it was just assumed or understood that this album would be followed by a tour, but then oops, all solo songs, right?
Right, right. It's interesting to take an acoustic song as John Lennon's originally was and make it hard rock. I don't know if interesting's the right word.
I generally try not to use the words interesting and John Lennon too close together.
But yeah, like he's making a choice, and I assume the other band members were involved because he's involving them with the stuff.
Oh, I think this is like 1987. I think this is definitely like, oh, John Lennon song. Yeah, we need to do this. And I don't think there's
Gone too soon.
Yeah, I don't think there's
7 years ago.
Yeah, I really don't think there's any critical eye towards, cover it. It's like, okay, let's do a cover song. Who should we cover? Well, the Beatles, of course. But of course, I have my own Beatles baggage that I'm bringing to this.
Wait, you do?
Mm-hmm. I think that they're wonderful.
Okay. Let's take a moment to acknowledge our
all new protein breakfast.
All new protein breakfast, Jimmy Dean waffles. They're our other sponsor today.
Let's see. Click to cart. What the hell is that?
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh no! They're
what
all
an
sold
evil
out.
Thing that is. Hey, click to cart.
Don't tell them that.
Don't ever. Okay, all new protein breakfast. It looks like they are little waffles. I don't know the flavors because I can't. If I click on it, I will give all of my money to click to cart.
I see blueberry, cinnamon,
banana,
and beeswax.
Is that what? Is that
It's buttermilk.
Banana muffin.
Banana muffin.
Blueberry muffin. Oh, that's interesting. They're combining muffins with waffles and with protein.
Oh, look at that. What a thank you, Jimmy Dean.
Thank you. We all appreciate that you gave up your acting career and faked your own death just to create breakfast sausage related items for all of us.
I literally watched Diamonds Are Forever this morning.
I'm guessing he's in that. I don't know.
He's in that, yes.
Okay. And he's Tim Diamond. Right? Hello, I'm Tim Diamond. I'm forever. I'm a vampire.
And James Bond goes, "No, you're not."
Let's duel. Click, clink, 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 clink. Aha! We are rubbing our penises together violently.
Oh no!
Our middle.
We're back to that.
I see you also have a prosthetic penis. Yes, I do.
Mine is made out of titanium.
Look at how hairy it is. Oh, everyone's thinking
Hairy
about
titanium.
Hairy titanium. He's right over here. Hello. Hi, I'm Harry Titanium. Oh God. Okay.
He's just got a regular American accent. Hi, I'm Harry Titanium.
Hi. I too have an enormous prosthetic schlong. Are you familiar with docking?
My goodness. Oh, our listeners hate us.
No, they don't. This is their favorite part. Oh.
Working class hero. Bus stop.
Hey, you know who loves
we're done
buses?
with working class
heroes. Okay. How many amazing. Like 2, maybe 1. Away. I think. You know what? It's 2 away from tonight.
It's that low, huh?
It's
now you're comparing it to tonight.
It's a bad song. I think Gary Sales is also responsible for this one.
Okay. Yeah, there are spiritual questions going on in this song, and I don't particularly care.
You know what? Getting back to Amazing, what the feeling I get from it and this goes back to the Liquid Horizon song too. It really feels like that song that the guy who it's like this. It's a song it sucks. It's not a good song, like from any objective measure, but like he wrote it and he's so impassioned and like the band, they're all friendly, they haven't started to turn on each other yet, and he's like, I really think it would really add something to the album. They're like, it won't, but fine, of course we're going to include it. What are we going to do, say no? We're not going to say no. It's like saying no, Ringo, you can't write a song for the album. It's like, of course we're going to let you. How would it look if we didn't? But like, it's gonna suck. But
no one's gonna like it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're gonna say yes because like saying no is worse.
Yeah, he's in a band now.
Yeah,
as opposed to being a solo act with a band,
right,
backing him.
Where
he's like, no, you do what I tell you to do.
Right, like he has to include it.
Yeah.
Okay, bus stop. This feels like it's that type of song. Sorry, I keep talking over you. Tell me your thoughts about this song.
No, it just feels it feels like it's trying too hard again to make a point about religion and faith and life. And it doesn't seem like it gets anywhere. It's just he's just saying, "Oh, I don't know if he's got doubt. I don't know if faith works. I don't know if praying works."
Okay, I think we're reading it. I mean, obviously we're reading it from different sides of the faith thing.
Well, yeah. You're not necessarily a faithful guy.
Are you reading this as critical of faith?
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of doubt in this.
Okay.
Now that you've got the lyrics up there, I'm a young man at odds with the Bible. I don't pretend faith never works. I don't know. I mean, actually like the chorus.
There's a cry and streaking dancing. I love you despite your conviction that God never laughs at my jokes. Yeah, because I'm reading it.
It sounds like he's in doubt about his faith in this song.
I'm actually reading it. That's interesting, and I'm not saying you're wrong at all. It's just different perspectives. The way I read this as a non-faith having person is this is someone who they're like post doubt, where it's like, okay, I realize there's very little evidence that there's anything to any of this, but it still works.
Okay. I mean, I've only listened to this song a few times, but
I think that this isn't. I think I might.
Because he's saying, I love you despite your convictions that God never laughs at my jokes. So he's talking to a person.
Right. Yeah. I think that I actually think that that's a really good hinge line, because I love you despite your convictions that God never laughs at my jokes.
He's singing to it sounds to me like he's singing to a person who is faithful.
Okay. Because here's what I'm hearing in that is that I'm hearing that this line is almost like a distillation of the bigger idea that I'm saying, which is that he is in this relationship with a person and he loves them, even though he recognizes that he is disappointing to them in some way, but he has kind of accepted it. I mean, in all honesty, this is a song that when it starts playing, I start thinking. I don't think I've really recognized this until now. I start thinking, this shit, but then I don't really ever skip it.
No, it's not like it's not like a bad musical song.
Right. I'm not here. I'm not trying to defend the song.
And for the most part, I mean, it actually has dense lyrics.
Mm-hmm. And I think the throwaway nature of the vocals, I think it helps the song because it's like I can almost picture like this weird, modern like anime kind of character who's slumped, on his phone, just being like, fuck it, whatever. And the entire song has that demeanor.
Yeah, and it's short.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the short song.
Yeah.
And they cram a lot into it.
Just like those protein waffles.
Speaking of which, this song is brought to you by LifeLock. Identity theft is the #1 crime in America. LifeLock by Norton.
#1 crime. I wonder how they got to that metric.
Because it's the #1 crime. Murder?
I wanna
Nothing compared to identity theft.
Murder is kind of like identity theft, though, really. But it's almost worse because you don't really
the ultimate identity theft.
Yeah, because you don't do anything with the identity. It's just gone.
You're like, take that identity.
So I think we've just uncovered that identity theft is better than murder because at least you're doing something with the person's identity.
Right. Murder.
And I think our legal system would support that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pretty Thing. Not Oh You Pretty Things.
Not Oh You Pretty Things and not PYT by Michael Jackson.
Right. I think this is the one. Oh, it's dirty. I think this is the one that the last listen I was like, I don't, I mean, looking at the lyrics, I don't want to say that I like this song, but I think I like the recording.
It's not bad. It's another white man doing blues.
Yeah, but I think he's kind of earned that he's shown that he can do that. I just think sonically, for me, I think that if I'm being really honest, there are certain things musically that, how there are those people that like, if you put bacon on a turd, they'll be like, I like bacon. So, I'm not with production. And I think that there are some production choices on this, mostly around the guitar that almost sounds synthy, that I think are really fun.
Yeah. This isn't bad. I'd say if we're talking Enos, I'd go 8. I
might go, if we're looking at finding the peak for the album, I might go 10 for this one.
Ooh, 10 Enos away from Never Let Me Down. That's our new standard.
Especially because, he wouldn't be doing this fuck that pretty thing, suck that pretty thing. Those are in the lyrics. I'm not like losing my mind suddenly on the podcast.
Yeah, this is a horny song.
It's a very horny song, and it's weird. It's like the Patton Oswalt joke about how sometimes not outright saying the pervy thing feels a lot more pervy. And I think that that's the case with like some of the Ziggy Stardust stuff where it's just like, ooh, I know what he's talking about. And that's ooh. this
This is Prince level.
This is it's confession time. I haven't really explored Prince, and I should.
Oh.
But I believe you.
I mean, Prince literally has a song called "Sexy Motherfucker."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's kind of just what it is, right? It's
pretty good. I like it.
I definitely didn't. I'd say it's a grower, not a shower. I didn't appreciate it until recently.
Yeah, the guitar work is fantastic.
I'm glad you're enjoying the Reeves, because
oh man,
if you weren't appreciating what he's doing, then we're fucked for a few albums.
No, I'm really liking his stuff. But yeah, it doesn't seem like this is a good relationship, but you know what? It seems like they're having fun. So that's nice.
What's that? Tie you down, pretend you're Madonna, never treat you wrong. Yeah, it is kind of whimsically misogynist. I mean, I don't know if it's something you're not gonna really. Yeah, there's. Yeah, I just. I think the only question here is it consensual creepiness? Because it could be.
Oh, I'm sure it doesn't seem like it's not consensual. It just seems like it's just about the sex. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's about, a long-term relationship.
I mean, if it is, then they're still rocking it.
Go for that. Yeah, good for you. Yeah.
It's in
Shake
some
your
ways,
pretty thing.
In some ways this is a situation to aspire to or to be horrified by.
No, it's aspirational. I would think.
Yeah. It's definitely honest.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, sign up for YouTube TV.
Ooh.
And watch the World Cup on YouTube TV. Don't miss the tournament.
Unless you already have.
I'm just reading ads on the side of this page, by the way, where we have our lyrics.
Video crime.
I'm throwing it away, throwing out the behind the scenes. Kind of a heavy one.
Yeah.
Feels kind of modern. Because it's all about media and...
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, he does reference Bundy, which I don't know if... I guess when he says death row chic, he means Ted Bundy, not...
Yeah. He's also... This is the song where he's doing... Clockwork Orange language. He is using something close to Nadsat, which is the language in Clockwork Orange, which he's done before, but he's bringing it back a little bit. This was a polyglot. So Anthony Burgess, is that the guy?
Yeah,
Anthony Burgess. He realized that if he used the youth slang in the 1960s, the novel would quickly become dated. So he created a fictional dialect with that future-proofed the book, and a lot of people have played with that. Bowie's been fond of Clockwork Orange. He's been, he's made references to this very language, and he will later. I forgot your question about this one. It was
what was my question? Let's see.
Surveillance. The song is about mediation of violence through screens, documented on video. Could be a coincidence. This is one of the ones I've already planted plenty of seeds. I don't want to influence your impression of future material too much here.
Okay.
I'll just say that I have never. So I've been doing a little bit more digging into our tonight episode is going to be very long. Or sorry, our outside
Okay.
episode is going to be probably 3 or 4 parts. I'm just
Yeah. Okay.
that's and because
Content is content.
there's a lot to play with there. Um, and when I say that, I appreciate that in this album he uses the pretense of metal to be more blunt and overtly dark.
Okay.
This because this shit, like, thematically this is all over like Diamond Dogs, or even to some extent I would even argue the Thin White Duke stuff. Like it's in the heart of it somewhere.
Uh-huh.
But we don't get straight up violence until we get here. And what I've kind of recognized I first of all, I don't care for the song as a recording or as a song. But I really appreciate that he's not obscuring any of it. He's just straight up, just like, here's the bloody knife. Now lick it. Because that's a creative tool that he has, I think, been denying himself up until now.
Yeah.
And once you do that, once you learn how to use the bluntness, you can still go back to the subversion and the, aestheticizing of all of this stuff. But you can also use that moment of here's the knife, lick it, very pointedly and purposely to be like, okay, now that I have you, now that you're leaning in to figure out what this is, lick the fucking knife. As you share your thoughts, I'm going to look at our text and see if I can find your question.
Okay. I think it was probably about how prescient it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, death row chic.
Mm-hmm.
It's blood on video. Needles and pins and video crime. It's forget Hollywood. It ain't got room for Hollywood. Chop it up.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still talking about we're talking about some
it
sort
was
of
just
social
video crime
media.
seems to be a bit prescient. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels modern. It's looking at sensational violence.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking at I wrote entertainment, not empathy.
Right. Yeah, and I think that he saw. I don't think he saw everywhere that we are now, but I think he was like, it's like the internet thing that I keep bringing up. That he's like, okay, this is cool. Yeah, you can get your music easily, but this thing's gonna fucking rip your soul apart. So you need to be ready for it.
Yeah.
And I think that I think he saw the MTV stuff, especially up close, and saw where it was going. Probably was privy to some conversations where he was just like, hey, we're going to go some places here that we might never really recover from, but it's also going to be really interesting to see it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's a smart guy. He figured a lot of stuff out early. That's why I was kind of wondering, like, oh, this is the 80s and he's already.
I know I feel like I play this every episode, but it's worth coming back to.
I don't think we've even seen the tip of the iceberg. I think the potential of what the internet is going to do to society, both good and bad, is unimaginable. I think we're actually on the cusp of something exhilarating and terrifying.
It's just a tool, though, isn't it?
No, it's not. No. No, it's an alien life form.
What do you think? I mean, when you think then about the
Is there
future
life
of it,
on Mars? Yes, it's just landed here.
but it's simply a different delivery system there. You're arguing about something more profound.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about the actual context, and the state of content is going to be so different to anything that we can really envisage at the moment, where the interplay between the user and the provider will be so in simpatico. It's going to crush our ideas of what mediums are all about. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, any doubt that he knew what he was talking about, just watch that fucking clip. Are you familiar, by the way, with the "We Are Charlie Kirk" song?
No.
Oh, so after Charlie Kirk died, I know it's not going to be that long. After Charlie Kirk died, some brave patriot created an AI slop song, sincerely, like they did this with sincere intent, about Charlie Kirk and how wonderful he is, and how he is, in heaven, and we should all aspire to be like him. I believe this is the original. Yes. I think.
He stood unshaken,
Yeah, this is the original.
a voice in the storm.
Okay, so that's all AI. As often happens, the internet got a hold of this, and there are countless different versions out there. Here's one.
We are Charlie.
Here's the "We Are Charlie Kirk" Indian mix. That's good. Now, the covers are not sincere.
Oh my goodness.
Here's Hyperpop mix.
He stood unshaken, a voice in the storm, a man of conviction, a heart reborn. He spoke the truth when the
Hold on there. By the way, his face may or may not be shrinking throughout the video. All right, run.
Oh my goodness. Run. Almost there. Kind of conventional. Nothing too exciting about it.
Yeah. Is this
Does this mean that Bowie was running away from being David Bowie?
the animals?
I don't know. I don't think so.
This feels like a Lodger song, but not necessarily in a good way.
Yeah, because I kind of liked Fletcher.
I mean, it's the last, second to last song, right?
There's not a lot going on here.
It's not bad, but I would. Oh, okay. How many Enos is it? 4, 3.
4 sounds all right. It's not offensive. It's just there's not a lot there.
This is in the concert. This is they're playing this song. Go ahead and get a beer and take a shit because you're not
I
going to
don't
miss
care.
anything. Yeah. Sacrifice yourself. I like it. I like that in this part of the podcast we're always just like, I don't know, fuck it.
I don't know. Let's be done with this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You tell me, and then I'll share my thoughts.
I mean, he mentions a Klingon. That's fun. I don't really have a lot else to say. Yeah, this one just kind of slides past my head. I don't know. This is one of those. The last couple times I've listened to this album, when it finishes, it starts playing other songs. Like Apple Music just starts playing random stuff.
It's like
from my library.
It's almost
and
like
I'm like, oh,
apologizing.
good. Oh, something good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've kind of tuned out by this point.
Yeah, and it feels. I don't think
Wham
you're
bam,
allowed.
thank you, Charlie. I don't know that I caught that.
Yeah, well, it's Charlie. I think. I don't know how to say this. I think you're not allowed to make a song that is this kind of mean spirited without it being a good song.
It's mean?
It feels mean spirited to me.
There it is. The look, the winner, you. Let's talk to Being, give her one last kiss, and dive right out the window screaming. I really haven't paid attention to the lyrics of this one.
I think it's like, again, I don't know anything. Maybe there's notes, but I don't think there are. It feels like watching someone who's in a relationship with kind of an embarrassing loser type person. I could be wrong, but
don't sacrifice yourself. Sacrifice yourself. Surprise yourself. Don't sacrifice yourself.
I mean, we can move on.
I don't know.
If I'm really honest, I don't have it in my head enough to even think about how many.
Yeah, I can't even bring up the music at all. Baby Can Dance. Yeah, I don't know. Same thing. By this point in the album, every single time I've listened to it, which is like 6 times, I'm tuned out.
This album is structured in a weird way. I think it needs a side 2 song around this point, I think.
Yeah. Something like a real banger to end it out.
Yeah, and I think Crack City and Under the God can definitely be not as close to each other. So maybe move one of those down here.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to follow Video Crime. I think that's what's happening here, because it's whether it registers or not. I think it's
got energy.
Just such a dense song.
Yeah.
So that even if you're not like taking in the lyrics word by word, there's something in there that's getting in your head. And I think it needs a counterpoint somewhere.
Yeah.
And maybe, okay, so if I'm reordering this real quick, I think Video Crime, follow that by I Can't Read, move Under the God somewhere either between the last 2 songs or have it be the last song.
Yeah, I think it's okay to have a slow one as your closer. Huh. Yeah.
I also think Amazing and Working Class Hero really, really break up the it makes it a worse. They make this a worse album, I think.
Huh. Okay.
The only person I could think of as a possible other lead singer, I think you could have it with Iggy, but I'm also thinking the lead singer from NXS.
Oh, what's his name?
Okay, now both of us need to not make a joke about the thing that happened. NXS singer.
Oh,
And nope. XS. Michael Hutchins.
Michael Hutchins.
And oddly, I think. No, I don't know if it would fit. Let's go with Iggy. Why not?
Okay.
Um,
I honed in on Devachka. The one of the words that was on your fake thing.
Which one?
Your fake
What fake?
words list.
Oh, yeah.
Devachka is a Denver band, and I've met them.
Oh, interesting.
And they're pretty cool.
Um,
I ran into them at a bar once. They're like, "Oh, we're actually doing a show in a little bit. We're Devachka." I'm like, "You're Devachka?"
that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a made up word.
Okay, so next album we're doing is not Tin Machine 2. I will not listen to
Okay.
any more Tin Machine. As I said in our previous recording that didn't work, if you said we're doing Tin Machine 2, I would say you're going to do that album with Jimmy. I'm going to do something else. Any final thoughts, any ideas, anything you want to know going in without knowing too much about Black Tie White Noise?
No, not really. I just want to listen to it, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very, very fascinated to find out your reaction to this.
Okay. Because my reaction to this album is okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I listened to it.
Okay, so here's the question to ask, I think, at this point is how does this feel as like the end of his 80s stuff?
The whole album really does feel like he could have created the sound.
Mm-hmm.
I know you said that most people don't necessarily list him as an influence, but once again, he's doing the sound before it becomes popular.
Right.
It's like grunge hadn't really happened. Punk had happened. So he did some of that, but still, I think it's more grunge because it's more electric and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really does. That was my main thought going through it, is like, I don't really like it a lot.
I think the present, it is interesting because you asked how well would this fit in grunge, and I don't think it would. I think that
it's almost more melodic.
It's more melodic, and also there was this purity testing that would go on in grunge, where it's like, how raw are you? How far away are you from actually like living in a box?
Yeah. I mean, like Nirvana, they deliberately screwed up their own songs when they
Right.
got too popular. They didn't
Yeah.
want popularity.
And what's ironic is many of them come, whether they realized it or not, they came kind of indirectly from the Bowie Ziggy Stardust sort of thing. Um, I think where I got to with this album is that I think that with Let's Dance, it was okay. I'm going to try being a pop star,
Uh-huh.
almost in the sense of like when I made sad ambient music that no one wanted to listen to, people would always say, well, if you put a beat to it, you can make money off of it. And I'd be like, that's not the point. So this is him going like, okay, fine, I'll put a fucking beat to it. I think that was, like we talked about, that was a good time for him to try that on.
Uh-huh.
And then I feel like tonight was him going, okay, now can I figure out how to be interesting and take risks in this setting where everyone's just looking at me for the next big hit? No, I can't. Okay, fuck it. I'm going to cover you pop. Go fuck yourselves. And then I think Never Let Me Down was him kind of going like, okay, but I'm still a performer. I can still, I can write songs for a stage show. Here we go. Here's that. And everyone's like, yeah, we're not really doing that anymore. And then I think that this one feels like him going like, okay, am I a rock guy at all? Is that maybe the problem? Is maybe the problem that I either haven't had the format in which to just be rock guy, or am I just not that? And should I maybe discard it entirely? Of course, I have hindsight and retrospect and other words that all mean those loosely mean those things. But to me, that's kind of what this album is, intentionally or not. I don't like it. But looking at it as an artifact of the sort of story arc of David Bowie, it feels very essential to me.
He spent so long trying to get to the top. Mm-hmm. He got to the top and then rejected the top.
It was somewhat mutual, but yeah.
Yeah. And then tried to do something else.
Yeah.
And he, like, his whole career has been wild swings.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think this might be, I guess what I'm getting at is I don't know if this feels like either the last of that arc of him going like, okay, what about this? What about this? What about this? Or it could be like the first of, okay, fuck it, I'm going to go in a completely different direction, but it just didn't take. So yeah, next album is Black Tie White Noise. I won't say anything more about that. I pulled up your tier ranking. If you have another couple minutes, do you want to make any adjustments as
it
God, stands now?
We haven't done this in a while. Yeah.
What's missing? Oh, Never Let Me Down. Okay, we don't have
Let's Dance.
We don't have Let's Dance. Where does that go?
It's like right there in the middle, I think.
B tier?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was S? Super?
S is like above A. And you're good with this, no edits here? Just double checking.
Let's move low up.
Music to my ears. Where does
I've
it go?
I've been I've been listening to Low lately again.
Uh-huh. It'll do that to
Yeah.
you. Where does it go?
A.
Nice.
Yeah. I've really taken a liking to it. Never Let Me Down. C.
Okay. Tonight.
Tonight. C. D. C. I don't find it offensive. Maybe a B.
What?
I don't know. No. C.
I mean, that's fine.
No, I might move. I don't
Oh,
know.
you're seeing the comparison and thinking,
Yeah, I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I kind of like Lodger better at this point.
so yeah, we have pinups, which I would argue might not need to move. Station to Station and Lodger. I mean, if you want to keep it at C, but also look at the company, it's
Right, I think that's it. Is I'm comparing it to other albums. Yeah, I would probably move both of those up
to be.
to B. Yeah,
Okay.
because I have listened to them again voluntarily.
Oh, that's good. All right, we're gonna save that. That is Eric 7-5. Save it.
Oh, and let's see, where's Young Americans?
Oh, hold on.
Because that's an S.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, I listen to that album all the time.
I'm gonna cut out a lot of what just happened other than the actual tier list.
Okay.
So we did some resorting and shuffling of things, and just for what it's worth, for me, I have at D tier the David Bowie, the first album, the bad one, Never Let Me Down, Pinups, Tonight. On C, I have Space Oddity, Let's Dance, Reality, Hours. On B, Heathen, Aladdin Sane, Earthling, Black Tie White Noise, Managed Soul to the World, which Eric kind of bullied me for, but that's okay. Ziggy Stardust and Hunky Dory. On A, I got Scary Monsters. That could go to S if I don't want to have S be overloaded.
I have listened to Scary Monsters a decent amount.
It's a damn good album.
Yeah.
Station to Station, Lodger, The Next Day, and Young Americans, which if it didn't have the Beatles songs would be an S for me. And on S, I have Outside Low, Heroes, Buddha of Suburbia, Diamond Dogs, and Blackstar. So we will be listening to Black Tie White Noise, and I'm so tempted to say so many things about it, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to say this has been Bowiesplaining. Don't forget to say your prayers, eat your vitamins, or eat your prayers and say your vitamins. Either way, the AI lady who looks like Angelina Jolie and Kim Basinger will still love you, and as will we. Eric, do you have anything to say before we go?
I love you all, and if you want some help meeting that lady, let us know. We'll send you the link.
Okay. And Amon, we know you're listening. Please give us the rights. That's all we ask. I forgot to mention Baby Universal, but this episode's already too long. Hopefully I will remember to bring it up at some point because it's an interesting little thing. Bye-bye. Love you.